Good Monday makers. My name is Dave and this is Maker Pipe Monday. It's our chance to check out all of the wildly creative and clever builds that have been posted to the community throughout the week. They're all made out of electrical conduit and our connectors. Let's check them out. The first group of builds we have is by Garrett. He's been busy. A lot of shop organization things here. Check out this 3D printer stand where he's able to mount all his filament over the printer. He just selects what color he wants and pulls it down. And then he's got some hidden gems here. Here's pliers stuck into the end of the conduit. So he's got his pliers at the ready, which is something you always need when you're 3D printing. But really simple build, just a few T connectors, and it looks great. Next one is another storage thing where he's able to hang his ear protection and a few other items in the shop. I love the drill chart in the background. That's a must-have. And then here's his drill station where he's got his drill press, all of the parts he needs right there at the ready. I love that. And then here's a bigger workstation where he's got the same theme going on. I like the paper towel holders over here. This one looks like a piece of wire or a coat hanger around the conduit. A lot of neat things going on here. Definitely go check out this more in detail. He's got a lot of good ideas. And then Garrett snuck this one in on us. Most of it's shop, but check out this kitchen island shelving system. So he's got a breakfast bar with a countertop, and then he made this shelving that goes underneath that to reclaim that space, and it's sized exactly to the space he's got. I absolutely love it. It's an ingenious way to use our product and definitely get some storage going on and some space that you might not use on an everyday basis. But he's got the pressure cooker, a few other things, water bottles. Garrett, well done. I love seeing it. Thanks so much for posting it. And if you want to check out some of his 3D printed accessories throughout there, he's got a web page there. Check that out. I really like this hammer hanger that's 3D printed, so you can just pop it up on a board or a wall, and it has a place for it. Really neat. Next one is by Ken. Take a look at this backyard batting cage. It's 30 feet long by like 15 feet wide, and Ken did a wonderful job creating the design. It looks like a hoop house, like a greenhouse hoop house out of conduit, but he used it as a batting cage. I could see this being a greenhouse design as well, but he's got this frame with these hoops that he bent a little bit at a time to create that arc, and then it's 30 foot long. He hangs some netting over it, puts down some artificial turf, and he's got a backyard batting cage for his son. Really cool story. Ken, thanks for putting that up there and sharing that with us. I love seeing it. That's a great build. Here's an interesting one. It's a backyard trellis for a garden the customer is putting in, Jamie. And he or she, had this not round tubing, but square tubing that he used with our connectors. Our connectors, I didn't have the foggiest idea that we could use square tubing, but with the shims that we provide for 1/2-inch EMT, it works, I guess. It looks great. They did use some EMT on the back wall, 1/2-inch EMT to connect it, and that's a good way to connect to a flat surface if you run a parallel pipe and then branch off with T's. I found that to be a strong way to do it. But and now they have a backyard trellis out of the materials they had lying around, even if it's square tubing. So love seeing that. Jamie, thanks for sending that one in. Chris has been at it again. Here he made a plant hanger for Sue. I swear he keeps those 3D printers going nonstop. Probably has a whole farm of them. You'll have to let us know, Chris. But here is plant hangers for his climbing plants with a maker pipe trellis, of course, just a few T's. But then he printed the pots and the hanger. Check this out. You can see it in his file that he shares. And if you want to see any of his designs, go to Prusa Simple 3D. But take a look at that. It's the pot with all the holes for the ropes that extended, and then this piece that converts it into one hanging rope. I love it. Well done, Chris. That's a great idea. I'm glad it worked out. Here is another hack, this time by Randy. Randy has had his project featured quite a few times, and we even did a interview with Randy. So check that out in the videos if you'd like. But he made a way using just an ordinary piece that you get off Amazon to make 1/2 inch EMT and 3/4 inch telescope and then click in. So you've probably seen those like tent poles where it's the push button to connect. Well, he figured out a way to do that himself with using EMT. And he's using these spring clamps, and he provided the link in Amazon. And then what he does is, he describes it really well in his post. So go there if you want more information. But he takes a 1/2 inch piece of EMT, drills it out with a hole, and then puts that clip in there. So it's spring loaded. And then slips 3/4 inch EMT, which goes over 1/2 inch, over it with a hole that's been drilled already. And then it just clicks in. And if he wants to adjust it, he can do that if he wants to take it out. And it was the solution for his bird feeder hanging off his desk. So definitely the necessity of invention there. But Randy, another great one. Thanks for sharing that. I know people are going to get some use out of that. Look at the community and Randy's post if you want more information in the link. Here is a build by Tim. Tim's got a beautiful 44-foot sailboat that's called an Alden 44. There's a picture of one I found off of Google. I was just curious. But he made a winter storage frame for his boat. He needed to winterize his sailboat. He probably had it in a dry dock. And then he used 3/4 inch EMT conduit and our connectors to build this whole frame where he could stretch a tarp over it or shrink wrap or whatever he was using. And he did it less than 4 hours and to winterize the deck of his boat. Really cool, Tim. Thanks for sharing that. I'd love to see more pictures if you get around to it. But he's going to stretch canvas over it for winterizing the boat. It's about time to bring that back out. Hopefully it's getting nice weather where you are, Tim. Thanks for sharing that. And that's all the builds we've got for this week. As promised, I'm going to share a comment from our videos. Jake posted this great video about how to add monitors to any MakerPipe build, a hack that he explained in depth. And one of the comments was from Michael Buddy. See, the hack uses one of the star nuts, the threaded inserts that gives you a great mounting point in EMT conduit. And Jake was hammering it in, tapping it into the inside of the conduit. And Michael Buddy says, one other thing, if you wanted, you could use a press or a vise. Sorry, I butchered that. If you wanted, you could press in that star fitting into the conduit with a vise. It gives you a little bit more control. So you're not hammering it, you're just closing it into the vise and it slips it right in. Great idea, Michael Buddy. Thanks for the comment. We love those comments. And thanks everyone for all of the builds posted this week. I think it was a really great group. I enjoyed this thoroughly. If you like seeing these, if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. We do this every week, and it's my pleasure. So thanks everybody for watching. See you next time.